Every person has special characteristics. What were the special characteristics of Khulafa-e-rashideen?
हर शख्स की कोई अपनी अपनी कुछ सिफात की खूबियाँ ज़ाती होती हैं. इस तरह खुलफाए राशिदीन की क्या ख़ास खूबियाँ जो उनकी ज़ाती खूबियाँ थी?
The most prominent characteristic of all the Khulafa-e-rashideen was that they were totally dedicated to Hazrat Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, and they were perfectly obedient to him. It's impossible to pinpoint a single area where they were not completely obedient. So I think that is the quality which is a prerequisite for a Khalifa anyway. If a Khalifa is not obedient in every respect to the Prophet of the time, he is not worthy of being chosen as Khalifa. So I think this is the most prominent characteristic of them. And there are other special characteristics differentiating between them, of course. Hazrat Abu Bakr had a prominent characteristic which made him Siddiq. Hazrat Umar had a very strong characteristic in him which drew the attention of Hazrat Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam to the extent that he said, if I were not chosen as the Prophet of the time, Umar might have been chosen. He was absolutely adamant in his principles and knew how to enforce them. Similarly, Hazrat Usman had the special characteristic of being extremely shy. So much so that when he used to visit Rasulullah sallam, if Rasulullah sallam was sitting casually, even with raised cloth so that people could see his calves, he would pull them down so that Hazrat Usman may not feel shy. So that coyness in him was a grand feature. And also he was extremely soft-hearted to others, like Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. And his characteristic was also the one for which God chose him, to preserve the Holy Quran from among the parchments and make it just one version, single version, so that people may not be misled. So these were his qualities. And Hazrat Ali's quality which stood out was his bravery. He was absolutely fearless. In the time of Hazrat Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, wherever the battle was hardest and it looked that the battle is raging so fast, so hard, that it is difficult to save one's life, he entered that without any fear and cleared it of the enemy. So God gave him not only bravery but also the art of arms, so that he always emerged victorious throughout his life. So there are different characteristics and special qualities of different Khulafa which are highlighted by their life history.